What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is DJCS. Welcome back to an all new video here on my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to be going over your time trials in GTA Online for the week of June 11th through June 16th. Should you choose to do them, they are fairly easy enough time trials. They are Vinewood Bowl and Fuente Blanca. And as always, we are going to start off with your traditional time trial. Of course, go in, start it up, but then hit start, and you want to place your marker. Now, this one, you're not going to follow the entire route. You're actually going to stop once you get to these railroad tracks, and you're going to follow up the railroad tracks and then cut back over to the road, which I am going to show you guys how to do. It's fairly simple. You just got to avoid a lot of NPC. LJT, come on. Trying to make a video, dude. You just got to avoid a lot of NPC vehicles. And the footage I'm going to show you guys is actually from my second run, because in the first run, as you can see in the bottom right corner, it says personal best. I missed it by seconds, and that is after falling, getting knocked off my bike twice. Not once, but twice. I still almost made it, and I would have made it, but I got kind of hung up on a rock that slowed me down, and I completely missed it by seconds. Not even a full second, by tenths of a second. So, like I said, a lot of this is just avoiding NPCs until you get to the railroad tracks, which we're going to be doing here shortly. But if you guys are new here, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. If you enjoy this video, go ahead and drop it a like. I failed to mention that in the beginning, so I'm going to mention that here while we have just a little bit more time before we get to the railroad tracks. And as always, I recommend using the Shotaro, the Hakuchi drag, which is what I use, the Batty 801R, which is kind of good but not as good, or the Akuma, which again, those last two aren't really that great. Use the Shotaro or the Hakuchi drag. Personally, I prefer the Hakuchi drag. Now right here is where you're going to go up onto the railroad tracks. Be careful with the Hakuchi drag, because if you hit your wheel on the rock, you're going to flip over. But like I said, you have plenty of time, because I flipped over twice and still almost made it. And once you're on the railroad tracks here, you want to kind of try to get on one of the rails. That will make you go faster. If you're driving in the dirt, it slows you down. So try to get on one of the rails as best as you can. It's tricky because they turn and stuff like that. So like I said, get on it as best as you can. And you don't have to worry about the train, because you're going the same direction as the train. So that's not an issue. Now when you come out at the end, this is where things can get tricky. This is where I originally flipped twice. But you're going to want to slow down and try to find one of the paths. Now, as you're going to see, I kind of took the wrong path and ended up flying through the air and busting my balls, as I like to say, which is what happens when you land on the Hakuchi drag from a high distance. But I still had time to make it. So take your time with this time trial. You don't need to rush. It is easy enough, and you can still make it. After I get out of here, I get hung up on one of these barriers still, and still had time to make it. Like, this is a super easy one if you just take your time. I was honestly kind of rushing because I wanted to get it done as fast as I could. But I still, after screwing up a couple times, I still had plenty of time to make it. And you're driving back. Here's another part where you gotta avoid the NPCs, lots of sharp turns. But then once you're here, you are golden. You just gotta drive down the road. Be careful of rocks. If you try to take a shortcut, be careful of rocks. Like I said, I tried that on my first one and I got hung up on a rock. I didn't get knocked off, but I got hung up. And then there you have it. Hard time beaten. I even slowed down right at the end. Just easy enough. Take your time with it and make sure you can do it. That is a beautiful, beautiful sunset there. We're just gonna take a moment to observe the sunset. It's very beautiful. And we're gonna flip over to the RC time trial. And the RC time trial is La Fuente Blanca, which is like Martin Madrazo's rants or something like that. It's easy enough. I would say it's of medium difficulty, basically, because there's lots of hills and obstacles and stuff, like natural obstacles that can kind of screw you up and make you. There's lots of dirt, lots of sharp turns on dirt that can make you slide out. Like I said, the hills can make you flip and stuff like that, or go up on one wheel. And for me, it naturally had to be raining to add a little difficulty to it. But if you just take your time, you learn the route, you learn where you need to turn, slow down when you have to, speed up when you can, and just be positive that you can make it, and you will. As I always recommend, take a test run if you have to. I remember the first time I did this, it drove me absolutely mad how long it took. I was getting so frustrated with how long it took me to beat this the first time I ever tried to do it. And now that I've done it once before, and then now I'm doing it again, it's a little easier. It didn't take me as long. Still took me a few tries, but you know, still, I know that I can do it. I've done it before, and just by positively thinking that I can do it, I even screwed up. As you see, I screwed up. I hit one of the bleachers. That's fine. But by positively thinking and knowing that I can do it, I was able to accomplish it. So again, take a test run if you have to. Take a few test runs. Screw up a few times. It happens. But get it done and know that you can get it done. And even at the end, I screwed up and backed into the, because I was right there and I bit it. I was like, oh no, I'm getting this done. And I backed into it. Part-time, beaten, complete, done. Fairly easy, mild difficulty, $200,000 earned. Time trial is done. On to the next video, right? Speaking of which, I didn't make a event week video last week because they didn't release an event week video. Rockstar had a lot of things going on with a lot of the whole Black Lives Matter movement. They took a couple hours off from the servers, and you would have thought that Rockstar just shut the servers down completely. The way people lost their minds because they couldn't play GTA or Red Dead Online for 2 hours. Like, unbelievable. But hopefully this week they will get back to posting an event week. We have the PlayStation 5 announcement today, so who knows what's really going to go on with that. There's some rumors that we're going to see a new Rockstar title. I'm not going to say it's going to be GTA 6 because it could be many different Rockstar titles. It could be Midnight Club. It could be Bully 2. It could be, who the hell knows? Manhunter. Who the hell knows? But if any news comes out with that, this is a gaming channel. I will be covering what games get announced and stuff like that. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload those videos. And if they release an event week, I will make an event week video for that. So like I said, subscribe, notification bell. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like. I would greatly appreciate that. With all that said and done, guys, my name is DJ CS. I will see you in the next video. Have a good one, and as always, don't forget to tip your DJ. Later, dudes.